Here now with more, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, who is on the committee that put out that report. Senator, I can't help but remember the political hysteria that was how unaccompanied minors were handled under the Trump administration. Now, because of this crisis, you're saying it's possible that adults are not vetted enough to know what their criminal history might be, yet they get unaccompanied minors?
Well, they're not being vetted. They've issued a couple executive orders that have basically relaxed the types of checks you do on the people that unaccompanied children are being released to. We have a HHS whistleblower to Project Veritas talking about children being released into the sex trade. And, you know, it's been about 300,000 unaccompanied children since the Biden administration took office. About 225,000 have been released to sponsors. We have no idea who they are. We don't track them whatsoever. And remember, when President Obama had his crisis, it was about 2,000 people a day. Trump had 1 month over 4,000 a day. Under the Biden administration, it's over 7,000 people a day. They don't even call it apprehension anymore. They call it encountered. We're probably talking, as you were talking about 4 million people so far have either been encountered, processed, dispersed, or come to this country either as a known or unknown getaway. It's completely out of control. By the way, put that in perspective, 22 states have a population less than 4 million people. This is completely out of control, but the Biden administration apparently couldn't care less. They don't even call it a problem. They call it a challenge at most.
What's the why? That's, to me, always the most revealing question. So you had Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez crying about kids in cages because the Trump administration was intentionally making sure that no child was released to someone who wasn't able to be responsible for them. Yet now it's tens of thousands in the middle of the night, often with no background checks. Why? If there was such a crisis, or was it just hysteria? What's the why for why they're doing it this way now?
You have to ask President Biden. You have to ask Democrats who vote to not complete the wall that we already paid for. Again, enough people that are larger than the population of 22 states. I think it's pretty obvious. I think they want to bring people in that we're going to be beholden to them when it comes to the next election. Even though they can't vote, of course, that's what they're always for, mail-in balloting as well, without voter ID. So I think they've got a game plan here, and they're carrying out that game plan.
Is there anything Republicans on Capitol Hill can do? I know the Senate remains in the minority. The House will be in slim Republican hands. If there's one thing you could do that would actually be effectual at this point, what would it be?
Well, we have to keep raising the issue. When I was chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, we had close to 36 hearings on some aspect of the border when the crisis was far smaller. We've just written a letter to our chairman, who completely is uninterested in this. I mean, this is Ranking Member Portman that led this report. The majority has no interest whatsoever in this crisis on the border. So we just need to ramp up pressure, try and get the mainstream media paying attention to this, because right now it's just outlets like Fox that are covering this. So most Americans don't even realize the full-blown crisis occurring on our southern border.
You're exactly right. They seem to be paying attention a little bit, but it's always, well, we need to spend more money down there to process faster, not actually fix the problem. Senator Johnson, thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.